Welcome to the Libacious Podcast.
We're your hosts.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Kaylin.
Enjoy. I hate this mic. How can
we'll get another mic once we start making some money.
Yeah, we're trying to get our mics right.
We got to get our mics right. Yeah, we got to get our mics right. We got to get the camera right because it's. I mean,
we're gonna get a new camera first. Our mics are just annoying.
Yeah, we can deal with this, but the camera is definitely. We don't want to be getting up every 18 minutes to readjust it because it's not technically a video camera.
Yeah.
But I mean, it works for what it is. So I mean, that's good.
Want better quality?
Yeah, we got to get that crisp quality.
I mean, we tried my phone and it was great quality, but we couldn't get it off my phone.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Which was so weird. Even when we tried to connect my phone to the computer.
Yeah, it just wouldn't.
It was like, nope.
Yeah, it just wouldn't put, what's it called? It just, wouldn't go onto the laptop or anything.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I guess you could have edited the entire episode with CapCut, whatever that app was, but...
No, because then I couldn't still get it off of my phone, remember? It was too
true,
long for some reason. Like, we would probably have to, like... Remember, and also I tried to cut it in half, like have one half, like, save it separately, and it still wouldn't come off my phone.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's the point of having all this stuff? And like, you can use your phone to record, but how do you get it off?
Right. I guess that would be the time where we record directly to, like, Anchor, like what we use, right? Mm-hmm. But also, I don't like that because I don't like edit. I like editing in my own program and not on, like, a video thing. But
yeah.
And anyway, that's behind the scenes stuff. Yeah. If you guys are into podcasting and stuff like that, I guess we could probably do a whole episode on how we put the episodes together. Mm-hmm. But on this,
not an entire episode, but like a portion.
We could do a portion, yeah. But that's only if people are interested. Mm-hmm. We don't know what people are interested because
we don't ask.
We don't ask. So we'll start asking people, what are you interested in learning about? Blah blah blah. But anyway, if you came here looking for the Libacious Podcast, you found us.
Hello.
This is hi.
As my baby cousin says, hello.
Hello. This is the Libacious Podcast, where we try new drinks, so you don't have to. We're working on the tagline. Just kidding.
Yeah, it changes probably every episode. Kaylin thinks of a new one.
Yep. I think of it. It's just off the cuff. Off the cuff. I just put my cuffs up. Anyway, it's the Libacious. I'm trying to get into the Libacious mood. We have our drink in front of us. This drink is a Amaretto bourbon cocktail with it said on Pinterest a red wine float. It seems fancy.
We've tried it already off screen. It is strong.
It is strong. It's literally Amaretto bourbon and red wine. So and then a little bit of simple syrup on top. So it's all alcohol. Mm-hmm. So we're just
they're trying to get you fucked.
Yeah. So this one is like definitely a sip. If you're gonna have this, definitely just sip on it. To our health and healthy habits.
Yes.
Cheers.
You clunked me really hard. Mm-hmm. Good thing I had a firm grip on this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you can definitely taste the bourbon. It kind of like.
Okay, it's better now. Ice has melted it.
Yeah.
Melted into it.
Yeah, it needed to be watered down a little bit.
You need to dilute this shit.
I think this feels like something that you would, like, if you don't like to drink bourbon straight, you can do this, that kind of thing, but you could still, like, look like you're fancy, like, sitting with your cigar.
You're, like,
reading a book.
Can I get
right? And
bourbon with a splash of red wine? A shot, maybe? And then amaretto. A splash, no, a shot.
This has to have, like, some kind of name other than amaretto bourbon. I don't know, like, we get a lot of our drinks from Pinterest.
But sometimes TikTok.
We need to get more drinks from TikTok. But sometimes they're,
like, a little extravagant on TikTok. It's like, okay, I don't want to muddle orange.
Oh, God. All the ones where it looks like it took them, like, half an hour to make. I'm like, who's going to make this this is your one drink for the night.
Literally.
It was like, we're professional drinkers, right? So
not professional makers.
we're not professional makers, but we're professional drinkers, and we don't like to sit around, especially if we're a few drinks in, sit around making a drink for like 10 minutes.
You're right.
Although I've done it before, and it's fun. It's fun for me. But at some point in the night, I'm just like, all right, guys, just get a mix of two things. Just like, give me your vodka. I'll put it in some Sprite or whatever. Just here you go.
Yeah. If you hear music, sorry, it's my dad's playing. We'll try to. Hopefully, we can't when he edits. Hopefully, he's able to kind of.
Yeah. I'll be able to. It might be like, I'm gonna have to do like noise reduction on certain things, but he loves his music.
Even though he knows we were recording, we taxed him to turn it down, and he's like, "Is this low enough?"
Yeah, and so
we'll turn it down a notch.
Yeah, right. He's got.
We should really invest in like soundproof, even when we do our home plans. We're not gonna say much. Get soundproofing, so like.
Oh, definitely.
Even like if we can like just put it up for that moment and then take it down. You know what I mean?
You know what we could do?
What?
Actually good soundproofing is like egg cartons. Even though eggs are like $11 now.
Yeah.
Per carton. But if we just save up over a course of like a few months, we can save the egg
glue
cartons.
them on something.
Yeah, basically get like a big sheet of plywood and just nail them all to that. And if we put it up,
glue them instead of nailing.
Yeah,
they're not that heavy.
I've seen it done before, so it's
we can try it.
It's a good cheap.
We buy
DIY.
eggs every week, so
yeah. So maybe that'll
be eggs so much I'm tired of them.
Maybe that's what we're gonna have to do. We're just gonna have to soundproof this whole.
Yeah, but we're gonna be out of here by the end of the year. Put out there. We're manifesting this year. We have our vision backgrounds.
Yes.
We should post them on our Instagram.
Yeah, we can. Yeah,
I created what 3?
Yeah, 3
I created one of my like just for me.
For you.
I created one for our kind of like business podcasting, and I created one for like just a couple.
Yes, we are manifesting this into, and every time we talk about it on the podcast and put it out on the internet, that's just accountability on our part. So people listen to it and they're like, "Well, what happened to this?" Anyway,
we're trying to save for our investment.
Yes, a good investment.
We're just gonna leave it at that.
That's a good investment.
Which is expensive.
Although,
but we keep seeing things. We can't watch Meg.
We can't watch Meg anymore.
We gotta buy it. But we keep seeing things. It's like you don't need to put money down, or you need to do this and that. It's like, okay, but how?
Oh, for all the house stuff. Yeah. That
I feel like it's a lie.
It's confusing to me.
Like you can't put money down, but like, how much is your mortgage then?
Right. Exactly. Exactly. That's the thing that they don't talk about.
I don't want to have a $3,000 mortgage.
Right. You can buy a house, but you won't be able to leave it or do anything with it because
you'll be house poor because you're paying. Your mortgage is $3,000 because you put 0 down.
Yeah, so
you didn't tell me this part.
Right. I mean, definitely got to do your own research, I guess. But apparently there's a lot of first-time homeowner assistance, and definitely I know like because people can't afford houses anymore, they kind of are like trying to incentivize young millennials to go and get those houses.
And we're trying.
It's like, what
we're trying.
How can a lot of people go from rent that they're paying,
which is a mortgage,
and
they're like, oh, you can save.
Right.
Rent is a mortgage. You might as well buy a house. How the fuck am I supposed to save for a house when, as you just said, my rent is mortgage?
True.
And I still have to get groceries. I still have to get gas. I still have to pay my other little bills.
True.
Sometimes big bills. So what the fuck?
It's so much. It's just, I mean, everybody I talk to, they're like, this is the most money you'll ever spend on anything. And
but it's the best investment ever.
It's the best investment. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But it's also, everybody's like, well, the pipes exploded, and
that's going to be like $3,000.
Yeah, right, exactly. There's like all this stuff that is like comes with like having a house that I'm just like, oh,
we already talked. We said as soon as we get serious about looking, we have like our down payment, we're gonna stop putting money towards the down payment of the house and like start putting money just in the savings for emergencies for the house.
Yeah, the oh shit fund. Yeah, for just all the stuff that can and will go wrong with the house.
Yes.
So, but
our luck, it would be like as soon as we move in, it's like, oh no.
Oh, immediately. Yeah, and we also have to pay for 2 inspections because we're gonna do one normal, and then I'm gonna, just for my sake, we're gonna go when it's raining, like pouring rain, and just see if anything's leaking, and if it is, Gotta get out of there.
Before we sign.
Before we sign.
Be like, you better fix that shit.
Yep. We
thought you were slick.
Right? We've waited this long to, like, get a house or even, like, look for one. So we might as well, like, if it's going to be a shitty house, we might as well wait for the right one. All the boomers and the older generation above boomers, they're getting old, so we just have to wait them out. That's what we do.
A lot of places that I see, they're like, you can tell it's people who live there for years and they're older.
Yeah.
And it's like,
just like, we're just
haven't fixed this up since like the 50s.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like the one I showed you, we were like, ooh, that shower, ooh,
oh god, yeah,
those kitchens.
You can definitely tell stuff that's been like renovated in like the 70s and then they just never did anything else. You're like
that carpet,
right? Oh god,
who does brown
just shot
carpet still?
There's shag carpet in the bathroom.
Right. Ugh. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to put carpet in the freaking bathroom.
Yeah, just for your little toesies to be all
I just
nice
think of mold.
Right, exactly. Oh god, yeah.
I can imagine how many people were freaking sick at like that time when there was like carpet in the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like mold and stuff.
Oh god.
Why am I always sick?
Why does it smell like mildew in here?
Right. Ugh.
I just pissed on the carpet.
Right. It's fine, it'll dry.
Yeah, it'll dry.
But fun things for the summer, it's coming up. We're trying to go
Getting drunk for the summer.
multiple, right? We're trying to do multiple things, multiple concerts.
Yes. We're
on
concert
top of saving
people.
For weddings.
We're concert people now. Oh yeah, we have a lot of weddings.
Yeah.
We have
not really a lot. It's just I'm in one and I'm in two and he's in one, so it's like we gotta say for like double.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say for two bachelorettes
and a cruise.
I have to say for 2 dresses. I have to say for like money for the bachelorette parties.
So we're gonna
the
start
hotels.
So guys, we're gonna start setting up a subscription.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So if you want to listen to us, I'm just
so
kidding.
We can afford these weddings.
You're right. We have to put up a paywall, guys, so we can afford the weddings that we're going to. Just kidding. It's always gonna. There's gonna be always gonna be at least one free podcast episode, but we might do some paywall stuff. I don't know.
Eventually, yeah.
We've been talking about it. We just need to get that listenership up and consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency. But yeah, no, we got a lot of plans. There's so many plans this year. This is gonna be a huge,
I'm proud
busy
of us.
year, right?
We're actually sticking to it.
Right.
We're at month 2 of the new year.
Yep. Call us. We're business parents. You're business mommy. I'm business daddy. Here we go. I didn't like that as I said it. Yeah. That might get cut. I don't know.
Entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneur.
Mommy and daddy.
Mommy and dad. Yeah. I mean, I hope people who are listening to this are like our same age or older.
Who's jamming outside? The floor's shaking.
We're going to have some soundproofing on the window,
right?
too.
It is. Okay.
Right? We got to talk about Hogwarts Legacy because I've been seeing so much stuff.
I want it so bad.
I want to play that game so badly.
And I don't even play games like that, but I want it so bad.
But it's only on the PlayStation 5 for now.
But I saw a TikTok that says that it's coming on the Switch in July.
Yes.
We're buying that shit.
I know people will be like, a lot of people get really upset about like graphics, and they're like, if you want good graphics, you can't play it on the Switch. But I've never been one for graphics. I've just always been one for like, if I can play the game, I'd like to play it, please.
Right, and I feel like the graphics on some of the games are pretty good on Switch.
Oh yeah, no. If you've seen Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda on the Switch, they nailed that.
Right.
It's so good. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. But yeah, no, Harry Potter. I mean, I've just been seeing some of the gameplay, and I don't know if. I mean, it seems like it's all actual from the gameplay. I saw one video of this guy jumping off of a cliff. He jumps off of a cliff, and he gets on his broom really quick so he doesn't die upon impact. And then he goes in and he's just like whipping spells at people, and then he kind of just zips around like in like this blue blur of like teleporting, and then he's just like smacking everybody. I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And I think it's like open world. I think so. The whole thing is like, or at least Hogwarts is open world. You can just go anywhere in Hogwarts. I'm like, I've been dreaming of this since the day I played that one really old sorcerer. I think it was Chamber of Secrets or Sorcerer's Stone, whatever. But on my Game Boy, it had like a little Game Boy Harry Potter thing.
Really?
Yeah. It was so weird, and it is
I
also
forgot what I
like
had on my
I
Game
have
Boy.
fleeting memories of it, but I don't remember it being very like advanced, I guess. Oh, talking about waiting for the boomers and the older generation to let's say age out of their of the houses. So
Well,
we can go
like
so
transition.
transition from the houses so we can swoop in and grab it, and we can be the old people living in
Right.
those houses. I listened to a podcast where they're talking about well, when I say age out, you know what I'm talking about. But they talked about new ways to I guess it's called death care, not healthcare, death care. So they
What I showed you?
yeah, what you showed me, and I had listened to a podcast beforehand. So there's a new way, instead of, if you want to opt out of burial, I don't know why I said it
cremation.
like that, or cremation, there's a new way that you can dispose of a body, and it's composting. And I thought it was pretty cool, and I'm like, it's not legal everywhere, but by the time that hopefully, knock on wood, by the time we're ready to be
Transition.
to age out, we can be put into, like, it's basically a big box of dirt and just material to, like,
Flowers and stuff.
yeah,
You do a ceremony.
there's a
When
ceremony, and then it kind of just, like, from what I understand from it, and I haven't done a lot of research, but
This company holds the box, pretty much.
yeah, the company has a box full of, it's basically the same, like, once everything's done, you get a amount of dirt, like, the same as, like, a flatbed truck in the back of, like, back of, like, a pickup truck. And then you can just distribute that dirt out to people, and you can, like, they sell, like, trees and stuff like that, and you can put this fertile dirt with human remains in it in your front yard, and you can grow a tree out of your loved one. And it's like the same thing. I like that better than
Ashes.
cremation, yeah, because that's like, I mean, at least it seems like you're doing something, like ashes, or just kind of sit there. But like, if you grow a tree, the shitty thing is if that tree becomes a sickly tree, it's like just a sickly
Right.
tree and just dies,
Like,
and you're
"They're
like,
evil."
it's like, well, that patch of dirt didn't really work out. But no, I could
Bobby
see,
killed them.
right? I could
Killed
see. I would love to be a mighty oak tree for my great grandchildren. That'd be crazy. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Get
Be obsessed with
reincarnated,
the tree like Alex is.
right? Yeah. Oh, I mean, the tree in front of his parents' house is just, it's been there so long that it's kind of like,
Part of the family.
I'm sure those roots are probably like almost, I mean, it's far enough from the front of their house, but I'm sure those roots are getting close to the foundation. It's gotta be.
I mean, they're
It's
moving
huge.
anyways, though.
Yeah, so it's not going to be their problem. But that tree, when I first moved in, the tree was it's this big pine tree in front of Alex's parents' house, his old house. And it was a few heads taller than me. It was like maybe 8 feet or something like that. Right now, I think when you look at it, it's got to be like 15.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's huge. It's taller than their house.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So it's just, and it just keeps growing. You're like, how big can a pine tree get? It just keeps growing, and you're like, oh god, like it's starting
Where
to
are you
like,
feeding it?
right? Like I parked when I went there last time, I parked a little bit too close to the left side of their driveway. And I got out, and the tree was right there. It was like reaching for me. I was like, I didn't even realize I was this close to the tree. Oh my god. But I mean, it is fun to see. Like, they always took pictures in front of that tree. So like, whenever, like, if you see all of his yearly pictures, or like anytime there's like anything that happened, like all the prom pictures were taken in front of that tree and all that kind of stuff, you just keep seeing it getting bigger and bigger. It's like slowly getting out of frame and everything.
I like that.
But that's when we get a house this year, knock on wood. I don't know.
Not knock on wood.
Knock on wood. And then knock on wood, make hopefully something. Oh, knock on wood is the opposite.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh wait. Reverse knock on wood. Knock on flesh. What's the opposite?
I'm like, what are you doing?
I just wanted to keep saying knock on wood, I guess. Anyway, when we get our house, I definitely want to go to like some kind of nursery and get like a little baby tree, and then we can have it grow, and just see the progress of our lives with this tree. Yeah. And then eventually we'll get another tree in our forever home. Or actually, no, it has to be after I get composted. Then we put the tree in.
No.
No? You wouldn't do that? You wouldn't do that for me?
Yes, but we're not. I'm not waiting till you to freaking transition.
We would get another tree. We have one
tree.
Who
says that? You're going to go before me?
I do, because I'm not going to...
I'm the one that's sickly.
I'm gonna be a mess. So I have to go first. No, we have to. So what we're gonna do is gonna be like the end of The Notebook, when they both like. Is it up in the air? Do they die, or do they just?
She had Alzheimer's, and he was telling her their love story.
Yeah, I thought,
and they were dancing at the end.
I really thought, and I've only seen the movie once, but for some reason in my memory,
it was how you wanted it to end.
Well, I mean that.
So that would have been a good ending.
All right,
not him.
I just remember
telling her about their love.
I just remember
doesn't remember him half the time.
I just remember, like at the very end, she's like, whatever his name is, she remembers him, and then they both close their eyes, and then they're like embracing in her hospital bed, like holding onto each other, and then it like slowly zooms out, and I think it's supposed to be like, and they died together when she knew that it was.
What I remember is them dancing, and he's telling her their story, and she forgot about him.
Well, we're just gonna have to.
Actually, I'm not watching it.
I'm just gonna look up ending of The Notebook. In the proper theatrical cut, the film closes with the older lovers passing away in each other's arms.
Okay, I was wrong then.
Okay,
you're right.
Netflix changed the ending of the Notebook. Okay, the original. Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe it was a part they were dancing. I don't remember.
Maybe you watched it on Netflix, huh?
I don't know. Oh. I don't care.
Anyway, they aged out.
Overhyped.
That's what we're calling it from now on. Just aging out. Transitioning. Yeah, just aging out of life.
Yeah.
But
Oh no, my fingers. I'm swollen. Look.
Uh-oh. What? Oh, is it this drink? Is it the bourbon?
I think it's.
This is the slowest we've ever drank a drink.
I don't know, but look at my hands.
Oh, we're gonna have to figure something out.
Yeah.
Apparently, lemon juice. I've told you this plenty of times before, but I'm telling the podcast for the first time. Lemon juice is supposed to, or lemon water. Putting lemon juice in water is supposed to help with bloating. I learned that when I was bartending sometime, and some random patron just told me that. And they were like, I don't know why I said that, but there you go. I'm like, thanks.
Person.
I was like, do I look bloated to you? I don't like what's happening. I think they had just got it. They asked for a lemon water, and then they were like, lemon juice, lemon water is supposed to help with bloating, and I was like, okay. Do you want a drink? Do you want something out of the water?
I don't know why I said that, because your reaction.
Right. I was like, okay. But anyway, we need to get wills, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, Oh, will.
We'll get one.
Oh, will.
We'll get one.
Anyway, let's move on to something happier. The Last of Us,
episode 3.
Dying. Yeah, multiple people
died. Or no.
Oh, talking about
transitioning.
Well, yeah, talking about transitioning and also talking about dying in each other's arms. Major spoilers for the HBO Last of Us episode 3.
HBO Max.
HBO Max. It's HBO, same thing.
Max.
Max is the app, okay?
Yeah, but
Becky.
we on HBO Max.
Yeah, we saw it on HBO Max, but
Bobby.
It's on HBO. Becky.
Bobby.
Becky.
Bobby.
But no, the story of Bill is completely changed.
I don't know how I feel about it, but I kind of like how they were like, at least give him one.
Right.
Happy.
Right. They were like, of all the people who could have won the apocalypse, it's this guy, and it's like in the way that you wouldn't think was possible. And I really want everybody to just go and watch it, because it's a beautiful story, and it caught me off guard, because I really thought that they were going to kind of do a 1-for-1 of the show, because the first 2 episodes up to that point had been pretty close to like, or not the show, the game. had been pretty spot on, and then this is where they took that big major like turn, and
they did it well though.
It was really good, yeah, and I loved it.
It kind of helped that you didn't have like much of his story from the game. You know what I mean? He kind of popped up.
Right, you just bump into him. He helps you with the task, and then you just leave. Yeah, and then they do have like little nuggets there. Like he talks about Frank, and he like finds Frank and that kind of thing. But it's not. You see like a different side of what you think the Bill character is even. Like Bill in the game, you never see a soft side at all. He's just like, get your ass off of the did what I tell you, don't touch shit. It's like this little brat's gonna get you killed. Like that's Bill in the game, and then in this one he's the same kind of just like I love booby traps and I love watching the zombies outside. Fall into them and get blown up. That is one of my favorite pastimes. And so they have that in similarity, but then
he finds his love.
He finds love, which it's alluded to in the game, but that's because
his reaction says it all in the game.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and it's like in the game, a lot of it is like subtle things that you have to like figure out, and also because it's a game, you can go around and like pick up random stuff. Like you pick up a note from Frank that is like, I can't stand your ass, so I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna get that battery or whatever, like whatever. And but they can tell you it all in this show. But it's a beautiful episode. And
I keep seeing scenes from the latest episode. I'm like, is it out? Did we miss something?
No, I guess people. Yeah, there was a whole scene, like the one we watched this morning.
Yeah, with
they did the whole.
What is it called? Bloater.
Oh yeah, the reveal of the bloater. Oh my god!
That's like, I can't wait to watch it.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I have to watch on the big screen for that one.
Episode 5, right? Because episode 4 was last week.
Yeah.
Episode 5, yeah. They reveal the bloater, the most feared. Actually, there is the Rat King in episode 2 or Last of Us Part 2, but in the first game, the bloater is the craziest one, and that's a big butt because it's huge. He's got a big butt.
Wow, it's just like the game,
right?
How did they do that?
Right?
Who's in there? I know they're sweaty.
Right? I bet they like. How do they breathe?
Right.
Like I always think of the. For some reason, I'm thinking of clickers, and then I also think of Jim Carrey's Grinch. How he had all that like makeup, and I'm like,
he felt like he was claustrophobic,
right? And you like the way that they had his nose, like snout kind of thing. You could definitely tell, like he couldn't breathe out of his nose at all.
That's probably why I talk like that.
Yeah, you gotta talk like this. And he's also Jim Carrey, so he's kind of like all over the place anyway. Dinner with me? I can't cancel again. that whole thing. That was my favorite. That was my favorite as a kid.
I thought you liked the other one. That's not really. That is a Christmas movie. I thought you liked the other one.
Well,
Snow. What's it called?
You Without a Santa Claus?
Yeah, I think it's what.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite Christmas movie. But that was my favorite like Grinch movie. Or because growing up, these kids have it all. They have the sassy Grinch from that Benedict Cumberbatch voices as, and it's 3D animation. We didn't have as much 3D animation.
Right.
3D animation. Talking about okay, we're gonna age up right here, right now. Right now. Exactly.
Okay, Grandpa. What are you trying to say?
Back in our day, the only 3D animation we had was Finding Nemo and Toy Story. No, I was kidding. Actually, it was just Toy Story, and then it started.
We had the cheap glasses. So we had cheap. Throw them away.
Oh my god! You guys don't even know about 3D movies. Have you ever seen a 3D movie where you had to do the red and the blue? That was crazy. Your eyes were bleeding.
Cross-eyed.
Right, your eyes were bleeding by the end of the movie. Can you imagine sitting 2 hours? Actually, most of you guys remember Spy Kids 3D? What the? Actually, I think that was the first one where they had like the black.
Yeah.
They had like the sunglasses. Yeah. I kept every single one of those glasses.
Terrible.
I know they were like recycle, and I was like, nobody's gonna be. They're not gonna give this to somebody else. Like who knows who has pink eye in this movie theater? I was like, I'm just gonna keep them, and then I used them for glasses frames for a bunch of different costumes. So
thank you.
Thank IMAX. You. Yep. Thank you, IMAX. We definitely paid for those. With even back then, movie tickets were ridiculous.
Yeah, now they're oh gosh.
But anyway, that's my tirade. Sorry, I kind of aged myself up.
But yeah,
there.
but what's it called? What's that show we were talking about? The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. Yes.
Highly recommend. Highly recommend.
Highly. And even if you played the game, it's like a completely different experience, and it's crazy. And it's like, it's funny because they have like every single time you hear like a exact quote from the game, you're like, oh, but then they change everything up enough that you're like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough of that show and the just critically acclaimed. I'm sure it's gonna win some awards and all that kind of stuff. But you know what else might win awards? Just because it's sad and it's gonna make you cry all the time.
I heard you're good at keeping secrets.
Yes, this little kid.
My mom said you're good at keeping secrets.
I feel like his yeah. I feel like his mouth wasn't matching.
Yeah.
No, his like, I think that was like recorded in a different thing, and they tried to match up the mouth.
He probably said something totally different.
Yeah, but it was like it felt dubbed when I watched it the first time. I just gotta watch it again though. Wakanda Forever we're talking about.
Yes.
And I mean, it took us long enough, but we finally watched it.
Yeah.
And
it was so good.
That first
so sad. I wanted to cry.
The first scene, because you know exactly like why they had to do it, is heart-wrenching. And you're like, she's just trying so hard.
She's trying to save her brother. And I think they're alluding to like him because he died of cancer. And so they say in a part in the movie, it was like
undisclosed illness.
Yeah, and they were like, he fought this in silence, and then he finally was able to he told us that he needed help, and I couldn't help save him.
Yeah,
and I was like,
she said it's too late.
Yeah,
and I think it was you could definitely tell the emotions were like genuine, because I think she took it really hard. The actress.
Yeah, she said she did an interview. And she said that she was in denial. She was like, no. And she called him. She kept calling his phone.
Yeah.
And then she was talking to someone. She was like, have you talked to blah, blah, blah? He was like, he's gone.
Yeah.
And she was like, no. And she kept calling. They were like, he's gone. And she says, like, it hit. And she was like, no, he's not. He's not.
There's the first, what is that, the first thing of grief? Denial. Yeah. I mean,
I think it's denial, anger,
bargaining.
No, I think it's denial. Yeah, denial, anger, or it might be denial, bargaining, anger,
depression, and then acceptance.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah. Everybody.
They had us learn that in school for MA, and I'm like,
we're
not gonna be dealing with people. We're not nurses. You know what I mean?
Right.
We are gonna be.
Well, I mean, you sometimes you deal with people going through.
But we're not.
Right.
Yeah, but it's different. It would be different of like a nurse going and then worked at a hospital, and the person was like, they were transitioning. You know what I mean? It's really different.
Yeah.
I'm a medical assistant. I'm just like maybe injecting a shot in your arm or your butt. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Or like taking off a cast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not life or death.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Or there.
I guess it also helps if you wanted to go into nursing.
Yeah.
That was my plan. I was planning on going to nursing school, and then all the nurses I went to school with, they were like, the one person I was friends with, she was same time I was medical assistant, she was doing nursing, but our school was like fast track, so it was like everything slammed like per quarter. Just she was like, don't do it. She's like, don't do it. And all of them, she said, as soon as everybody became a nurse, they all would like drink. They all became they were like,
every nurse that I ever went to school with, and or I used to hang out with the nurses from my senior year, and I felt like I was an alcoholic my senior year, but then when I hung out with the nurses, I was like, oh, I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah. But anyways, Wakanda Forever, we just kind of
we kind of slipped out of there.
It was beautiful.
There was the
so
scenes,
beautiful. Yeah.
like all of the locations that they showed, like even though like you've seen kind of Wakanda, or you've seen Wakanda, but like
you saw more of it, a little bit more, I think.
Yeah.
I guess from a different
perspective.
Perspective.
Yeah.
But the antagonist, or is that the right?
Yeah, Namor.
Yeah, he was freaking crazy.
Oh, he was crazy. Oh, he was wild. He was.
If
crazy.
you don't help me, I will destroy.
Apparently,
Wakanda would be. What do you say? It would be
like underwater. Yeah. It would just be like, yeah.
It's just like, bro, we defend ourselves. We defend our shit by ourselves, and you're expecting us to partner.
Right, exactly. So anyway, they found our deposit of vibranium. So we're just gonna kill everyone.
Right.
And you're gonna help me, or I'm gonna kill you. What kind of choice? What are you talking about? Wait, what? And she apparently, and I don't know if this is real or not. And it's TikTok, so take everything with like the biggest grain of salt. But apparently they were like, I saw just the beginning of a TikTok where they were like, this is why they took out the Namor Shuri sex scene. I was like, what? Wait a minute, what? Apparently they were gonna have, or I don't know if it was a sex scene, but they were like apparently gonna like be hooking up or something like that. And I'm like,
I could kind of see that.
That would feel forced.
It would feel forced. But I feel like the part when she was down there, she was like, "Oh, this is beautiful." Well, yeah, and I feel like he was also kind of like
romantic, I guess.
Yeah, and I think he was. It would have been for him trying to like woo her to be on his side and be like, talk your mom into helping us.
But also, yeah, he's thousands of years or hundreds of years old. That would be gross.
I mean, it's like vampires.
I guess it's like vampires.
Like the shows that are out there, they're like 300 years old, and they're like, I've been waiting for you forever, and the girl's like 18.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Yeah,
like that's Twilight.
That's another thing. Isn't Edward in Twilight supposed to be like 115 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And he's just.
Stop it. He got bit. I think he was like 18, 19 or something like that.
I mean, it's also Hotel Transylvania. Mm-hmm. She's so old.
She's like 150. She was like 100. Like 107 or something like that.
She was 118. Right? I think, because it was like technically she was turning like 18. Mm-hmm. But it was because of the
vampire.
Vampire age. But it's like, yeah. Everybody talks about these age gaps with like Billie Eilish and
those are real.
Millie Bobby. Yeah,
those are real.
I know, exactly. Yeah, those are real. But what about these vampire age gaps? It's crazy. They're like centuries old. Why aren't we talking about how gross this is? Yeah, make it make sense. Dumbledore, he's so old. I'm just kidding. Right. That we also watched that. The newest episode, or the newest
Fantastic Beast movie.
I didn't like. I wish it was.
I'm mad that they changed Johnny Depp. I wish it was
Johnny Depp. Yep. I didn't like.
That would have been great.
I didn't like the new Grindelwald.
No, they could at least had him look similar. Like, what the fuck?
He was like.
No, I'm saying similar to Johnny Depp. You can't get someone that they don't even look the same.
Right.
Like, what the fudge?
Yeah, and everybody's just pretending that it's the same person. It's the same thing as They
but
do
my thing is like. Yes. Sorry.
No. Yeah.
The movie, but my thing is for the
It's heated. We're heated.
Right. For the movie. They were like supposed to be lovers and all that. The guy that they switched him with looks so much older than what's his name?
The actor who plays Dumbledore?
Yeah.
I don't know who that actor's name is, but
I'm saying.
Yeah.
The bad guy looks so much older. Mm-hmm. They're supposed to be the same age. So make it make sense. Yeah. I know it was probably like in a crunch or like who can do it?
Right. Who's up next?
Who hasn't acted in a long time and needs some money? Right. This guy I haven't seen.
Yeah, I don't remember. What is he from? Is he in like Inglourious Bastards or something?
I don't know, but it's just like why him? Like he was great for the scene, like for the thing, but I wish it was Johnny Depp.
They also changed his motivations I mean, I guess it was kind of
motivation.
Not motivation.
No, they didn't change anything.
Like why did he just wanted to kind of rule the wizarding world, and then they're kind of like, oh, I guess he did the thing. Yeah, he was trying to be the next president. Yeah.
So the movie before that, he was like trying to get everybody on his side. It was like the Muggle, I want what you want, like because he got
trying to blend the
what's the blonde one name? Not Queenie. Yeah, because she loves her Muggle. You know what I mean? She wants to be with him. He was like,
man.
I want what you want. I want Muggles and everybody to
I love that he
stand together and blah 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 blah. And the next movie, he's like, I don't want that. I just want you all on my side and fuck them and kill them all.
Yeah, he's like, kill all the Muggles.
And she's like,
I was like, okay, Wizard Namor, kill all the land people. We don't need this. It's also, you could tell that he was like unhinged when they did the little kid scene, or we're going back to Wakanda Forever. Mm-hmm. We're jumping around all over. Just try to keep up. Yeah. Try to keep up, guys. But they
follow the bouncing ball.
Follow the bouncing ball. This is our brains. Yes. Deal with it. But no, they when he came up and he was like, okay, you're gonna bury your mom. And then there's just all the conquistadors and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, she wanted to be buried, because she met. Okay, so they took backstory.
Oh yeah.
They took how they do in Wakanda.
Spoilers for
right.
Wakanda Forever.
How they do to become the Black Panther. They take that they turn the flower into the thing and they eat it.
The heart-shaped herb.
Yeah, and they eat it, and then you go into the ancestral plane and blah 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 blah. And they do the same thing.
You age up for a second and then you age back down.
Right. So they.
This episode is definitely gonna have to be called Age Up.
Transition.
Aging up.
And then like transition.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
So. They did the same thing for Namor's people. Did the same thing, but the mom refused. She didn't want to do it because she was pregnant with him. She's like, I'm not. Yeah, she's like, I don't want to do that. It might kill my baby. Blah blah blah. And then like the leader was like, your baby's sick, and it's the only thing that can save him.
Right.
And he's the first one that was born from the.
Yeah, he was the only one. He was the only human that
was born from the thing.
Yeah, was ingested or like it was absorbed into him. Like everybody else kind of ate it and then they grew guilt. Or technically everybody died. Or no, they probably did the same thing, transition thing as
and some reason they became
fish people.
Yeah.
They could only breathe underwater.
Yeah.
And then because he was conceived on land but only absorbed it through his mother. He can
do both.
He grew wings out of his ankles for whatever reason.
And he's able to breathe
he can
air,
breathe air.
and also
he's a land walker.
Yeah.
Just like the day walker from Blade.
And mind you, like it's kind of freaking crazy how much stronger they are compared to Wakanda, obviously because they have like some type of power from the stuff, but it's like I feel like they're all a little bit too powerful. You know what I mean?
Right, and also why did
they're like normal people, right? But just water people.
I don't like they all ate that herb, right? And then they became the strong fish people. I was just thinking, why didn't they all eat the heart-shaped herb in Wakanda? They just let their leader eat the heart.
Because it was transition, or it was tradition. It was
it was just tradition.
They needed the Black Panther to protect.
Yeah, I guess it's just like you
like
have.
You already have this amazing land. You know what I mean? It's not like they treat the people.
True.
From that's not in the kingdom, you know what I mean? Bad. It was. I know they probably did it like when people were getting sick, you know what I mean? But
yeah, I mean, like, if you could have a whole like people of super soldiers, why wouldn't you do it? But I mean, yeah, I guess it's not.
Yeah, I think like, they're thinking about how the U.S. was trying to
make super people.
Yeah, no, bring in spies and shit and like.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So they're probably like.
Oh, they're more.
They're probably like more responsible with it. Like
they're responsible with it. That's true.
That's why they only have one person to do it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
One person in the family.
Also, it seems like it takes a toll on you, so you have to be strong enough to like withstand it. So you can't just give it to. Although you could do like they do in what's that? iZombie. I have to finish that because I was watching that before we even got together.
Yeah, and you were watching. You were like, I'm watching Zombie. I'm like, okay.
Zombie. It was interesting to me, but like the beginning of every episode, because she's a zombie, she has to eat brains. But every episode, she like makes a new dish with brains. Like she just gets brains because she works in a morgue, so she's like, okay, new set of brains. Chop, chop, chop.
She get their memories, right?
Yeah, and she would get their memories and all that kind of stuff. And then
Wouldn't you think she like solved their murder sometimes?
Yeah, she would be solving their murder, and she would be like, well, they're like, how do you know this stuff? And it was like intuition.
Okay, anyways, back to
sorry, but no, I'm just
saying
that's what they could have done if people could handle it. Like they could like chop it up and put it into like that would be just a traditional Wakandan like meal.
But it seems like also how they said it was like only the family was able to ingest it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's how it may seem like in the first one. You know what I mean? Like,
well, but Michael B. Jordan,
he's family. He's cousin.
Oh yeah, that's true. You make a good point.
Thanks.
And I'm gonna stick to that point, and we're gonna have to wrap up the episode. There's a lot.
But watch that too.
Watch all of this stuff.
And watch Fantastic Beasts. I don't know. Remember, it's the third one. That's all I know.
It's the latest one that's out. The third one. So actually,
with not Johnny Depp, motherfuckers.
So yeah, the whole
and look, all that saga, shit, and he was innocent.
Right. As far as
they were both guilty in the situation, but she was the
antagonizer. Yeah. She was the one who like cut his hand open with whatever throwing.
And my thing is, like, if you're
glass.
recording and like you are making sure the camera's set up and while you're pushing buttons, you look like the bad guy.
Yeah.
And she's like thinking, I won this.
Right.
Why are you chasing this man down? He's telling you leave him alone.
Right. He's trying to lock himself in the bathroom.
But anyways,
yeah, that's a whole other thing. We were both watching the court. We were both watching that, right, on TikTok.
I watched it with my coworker who would be.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I was working from home.
I would also, yeah, I think you watched a little bit of it.
Yeah, I was working from. I didn't watch the actual thing. I was just watching all the TikToks of everybody like breaking down everything.
Okay, but anyways, we're not gonna talk about that because we're not trying to get into a whole debate on any socials.
On who's right.
Yeah, so...
actually, if you want to talk to us, if you want to engage with us, watch all these movies that we talked about. So that was... and shows. So that was Last of Us. That was Wakanda Forever. What was it? Fantastic Beast. If you have any opinions or if you just want to engage in a conversation with us, just let us know. Talk to us. Go on our TikTok and type, like, this is what... Blah, blah, blah.
And Instagram.
And Instagram. We can talk on there. We just thought about it, but we may make a Facebook page that we can all talk and hang out. So if that's something that people might want to do, let us know. Maybe we'll make a Discord. I don't know how that works.
Me either. We'll have to ask Alex.
So we'll have to figure that out. But we do want to hear from everybody.
They know how to make those.
Yes, they do. We do want to hear from everybody. So definitely,
yes.
Thank you. If you've listened this far, thanks for listening.
Yeah, and like, rate, and subscribe. Share with any and everybody, please.
New YouTube episodes are out every Saturday after the episode drops, and new episodes drop every other Friday.
Yes, and we will talk to you next time. Bye.